Well, greetings, Business 20 students. This is Mr.D, and this is Business Mathematics Spring 2024 at Norco College. And this is my welcome video, just welcoming you to the class, introducing myself, and just kind of going over some kind of housekeeping items to help you navigate through our course as the best you can. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And I'm going to put my picture up. So there I am. My name is Eric Doucette. I've been an instructor at Norco College since 2016, so 8 years, and I've been full-time since 2020. And so I am one of the newer full-time business faculty here at Norco College. I teach all the different business courses, and some of you I probably have already had in another course. But I'm glad that you're in this class. This is business mathematics, so we're going to be going over all different types of business problems that you would face on the financial side of things, marking up items, getting a discount, trade discount, cash discount. We're going to talk about compound interest and simple interest and annuities and promissory notes and mortgages and really kind of a myriad of topics and items. So it's a fast-moving class. It's 8 weeks. I try and keep everything as concise as possible. And if you just do what I kind of lay out for you to do, you'll probably do well in this class. If you try and cut corners, you will not do well in this class. This is not a class you can cut corners in. If you just follow the process, you will learn and you will do well. So I highly encourage you to follow the process, and I'll show you what that is here in just a minute. But the first thing you're going to want to do is log into Canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to go to the homepage in Norco College homepage, webpage. So just go there, norcocollege.edu, select the About button right here, and then scroll over to Canvas right here. So just select Canvas. Now for me, it's going to I'm already logged in and I can't really log out anymore, but for you, it's going to ask you for a sign in. So it's going to probably be your email address, and then typically it's your birthday and date. So the 2 days of your day, the 2 days of your month, and the 4 digits or digits of your, the first the 2 digits of your age, the 2 digits, I'm messing this all up. 2 digits of your date, 2 digits of the month, and the 4 digits of your year. That you were born. And there's a little button at the very top when you go to log in, if you've never logged in before, that shares what credentials and what order that you need to put them in. But once you log in, you'll be in the dashboard in Canvas. And this is my dashboard. Yours will have whatever classes you're currently taking. Also, you'll only have one Business 20. I have a couple because I'm teaching a couple, but right here, 32163 is the class. So Business 20, go ahead and select that. And that'll bring you to our homepage in Canvas. And I call this the homepage. It's basically a place where you can navigate our entire class. It's got a bunch of resources to help you succeed. So first off, if you ever get lost anywhere in Canvas, just click the home button right up here at the top, and that'll bring you back to this screen right here. But as you can see, I created a table. In that table are a few items that you'll want to be aware of. Let me share my screen here so you can see me as well. There we go. So right here is the syllabus. This is always the most current syllabus. So if you just want to look at it online, or you want to download it, you can just click that button. It'll open the syllabus right here in Canvas. You can review it, and you can also download it. Right next to that are the 4 module buttons. So this class is broken into 4 2-week modules. It's an 8-week class. So every 2 weeks, you'll be dealing with kind of a major area of business mathematics. The first module deals with basically basic math, as well as a little bit of algebra, just a touch on trying to solve for the unknown variable. Some pretty simple stuff the first few weeks, and then we start getting into markups, markdowns, percentages, and all that kind of stuff in week number 3. So anyway, you can look through the modules and see what's coming as you click any one of these 4. We're going to be in module 1 for the first 2 weeks, module 2 for the next 2 weeks, module 3 for the following 2 weeks, and then module 4 for the final 2 weeks. And so wherever we're at date-wise, you can just select the module relevant to that, and that'll bring you to that week's coursework. I'll show you that in just a minute. Down here on the bottom left is a link to the ebook. Now, there is an ebook link to the class. It costs about $50-$60 to access. It's the quickest, cheapest, and easiest way to keep track of your book, and you don't have to worry about getting a hard copy. If you absolutely have to have a hard copy, you can buy one from Chegg, or you can go to the bookstore and get one, but don't pay for access codes because you don't need them. The only thing that you need access to is the book. And if you already have a book, then you don't need to pay for access because none of the work is done anywhere but here in Canvas. And I'll explain that in a second. Right here are some course videos, and these are very helpful. They're also linked in all of the study pages I'll show you in a minute, but every single concept I've done a video on in this class, so you can watch any one of those if you're not really sure I'm going over it. By the way, the quality on these isn't the greatest. Some of them are good, some of them are really bad, so please excuse the poor quality. I am constantly redoing them, so some of them are old, they need to be redone. Some of them are newer and they're a little better. I also provide a Zoom session each week, so I will go over the same concepts in the Zoom session as needed. I'll go over that in a second. And then there's a help button right here, right at the bottom. If you need any help, my phone number, my email address is in there. Also the help desk number and email address, as well as Canvas's email address. Right next to that is a course details. It just explains what this course is about. It also gives you a course schedule. The course schedule can be found in 3 places. You can get it on the syllabus, you can get it under the Start Here button, and you can also get it right here under course details. And then right next to that, kind of behind my picture on the screen, my video on the screen, is my office hours. So I have office hours on campus and online. So if you need to meet with me at any time during my office hours, just select that link right there, that little maroon colored guy sitting behind a desk, and that'll bring you to the page where you can access where my office hours are, when they are, and how to meet with me online. So that's the table. And again, anytime you get lost, just hit home button up here on the left, and that will give you the what you need to know. There is a setting here I want to do. So hold on. I thought I had this already turned on, but let's see. I want it to show the announcements. Visibility, here we go. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Anyway, there's somewhere in here, there's a setting that I can show you your announcements, but I'm not, it's under more options, sorry. Right here, so it's gonna show you the last 2 announcements. I guess there's just nothing to show yet, so I will take care of that once we need to. Anyway, so the course hasn't started yet while I'm going through this, but it will have started by the time you're in here looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Start Here button. That's the main thing. This is going to help you to get started. So in that page, there's a welcome from me. There's a little bit of an explanation of the course. There is the welcome video. There's also a bio of me. So just if you want to know a little bit more about me and my background, you can read that. This is a 100% online course, so everything is done in Canvas. And that's it. You don't need to go to any other website. It's all done right here. All the quizzes are right here. All the study pages are right here. I've built everything into the class. If you need to get the ebook, which you will, you can select this link right here. It'll bring you to Cengage. It'll allow you to register for the ebook, so make sure you do that right away. Here's how you can navigate the class. Now, I did tell you if you're lost, you can just hit home page up here, and it'll bring you back to that front page. But if you're using a phone or a tablet, it doesn't have that home page, so you need to go to this little, next to the sunglasses, there's a little down arrow. If you select that, it'll open up this menu, and home is at the top of that menu. You just select home, and that'll bring you to the home screen that we've been looking at. But here's the steps to get started. First off, read the syllabus. You can click this right here. It'll bring you to the syllabus, but make sure you read the syllabus in detail. Watch the welcome video, which you're doing right now, so you can do that by clicking there. And then there's a 10-question pre-test in this class that just asks you basic business mathematics questions to see what you may already know or what you might be able to already do. And I will be giving you this test at the end as well. It's 100%, it's not mandatory, but I highly encourage you to do it. It allows me to assess what you've learned. It's also 10 extra credit points, and it doesn't matter how you score. You automatically get 10 points. And so right away, you'll be over 100% in the class on day 1. And then there's a mandatory check-in assignment. This is really just introducing yourself, and it's mandatory. So this is my way of knowing that you plan on participating in the class, that you've done the first check-in assignment. It is also worth 10 extra credit points. So right off the bat, you're at plus 20, and you have out of 0. So you're already over 100% in the class from day 1 by doing those 2 assignments. Here's another link to get the textbook. If you want to get a hard copy of the textbook and you don't like using an ebook, you can also go to Amazon as well as the Norco College bookstore and purchase the book. but do not purchase an access code. You're not going to need it. You'll have the book. That's all you need. And then get started, number 6. So you just select this module 1 to get started. By the way, down the bottom of this page is also the schedule as well. So here we are in module number 1. So just to scroll back, there is a return to home page right here as well. There's some Canvas helps if you've never worked in Canvas before. And then here's a link to the ebook so that you can actually read it. So you can click here, you can click the home page one, you can click the one under the Start Here menu. There's a bunch of different ways to get to the textbook. Once you've registered for it and paid for it, it's about $60. You'll be able to, every time you click these links, it'll bring you right to the textbook where you can read. It typically allows you to go right where you've left off, which is kind of nice. And then right here is module number 1. So this is week number 1. And I really want to explain how I set this class up. So everything is broken into a Read Me First section, a study section, and then a coursework section. So each week is exactly the same. You're going to cover anywhere from 2 to 3 chapters a week. And this first week, you're going to study chapter 3 on decimals, chapter 4 on checking accounts, and chapter 5 on using equations to solve business problems. This is a little bit of algebra. It's the only algebra that we'll do in this class. And it's just solving for the unknown variable. And you'll see how valuable that is when you start working out some of the problems. But the way I set this up is I definitely want you to read. So there's a first one that says how to prepare to successfully complete the course. Then there's a Read Me First that introduces the class. And then there's a Meet Sienna. So everything in this class is built around a health and fitness business called Sienna's Health and Fitness. She owns a fitness store, and they sell weights and weight belts and all kinds of supplements. And so you're going to be helping Sienna throughout this class solve business problems using the principles that you're learning. You're going to help her. So that's what this class is built around. So each week you'll have a Help Sienna Read Me as well as a Read Me First that puts everything in the context of business. And so make sure you every week do the Read Me First. And by the way, you have to mark them as done before you can move into the next section. Then there's a study section. So each page has a study page, or each chapter is a study page. So this is the chapter 3 study page. It has all the areas of the textbook that you should review. It also has PowerPoints for the chapter, and then it has YouTube videos as well on all of the concepts that are in each of these chapters. Now, this particular chapter 3, I didn't do any videos for that. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just learning how to multiply, subtract, and divide decimals. Eventually, you're going to be converting decimals to percents, and that'll become important. But right now, this is just basic math. So you can do those on your own. But if you go to study page on chapter 4, I believe it's the same way. I don't have any videos that I've done on these chapters. Actually, I do. I have a video of me working through problems on chapters 4 and 6. So right here in study page for chapter 4, it tells you what sections of the book to study, a video of me working out the problems, the PowerPoint, and then it's given you a bunch of videos right here on the same concepts. And every study page is laid out the same way. So here's how you succeed in this class. You just work through the study page. Spend an hour, work through the study page, and then take the quiz, and you'll do great. If you ignore the study page, then you're going to be in trouble. There are videos for every concept, as I mentioned, except chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7. There's a video in every one of the study pages for all of these, a video that I've done. So right here, video of me explaining the portion percent formula, new video of me explaining it. So you can watch those videos, work through the problems, and that's going to educate you to be able to take the quiz and ultimately to take the exams. So that is how I've laid out the class. So every week you have a Read Me section, every week you have a study section, and then every week you have a coursework section. So the first week's coursework is that you have an initial mandatory check-in, you have a mandatory pretest. I already mentioned both of those. They're both due actually on this first Sunday, so I'll be changing the dates on these. And then you have your first quiz. And then you're going to be starting your first your case study. Now, every 2 weeks, there is a case study, and the case study is you helping Sienna solve a math problem in general. And so make sure that you have 2 weeks to do this, so don't kill yourself trying to do everything in 1 week. You get another week to work that out. And so week number 2, you'll have another check-in assignment. This one's going to be answering problems for Sienna, and this is where it gets a little more interesting. You'll also have a quiz, and then you'll have, of course, the case study. Now, the check-in assignments after week number 1, so starting in week number 2, are math problems for you to work out to help Sienna solve. And the idea here is that you would complete it by Thursday night. Now, you don't have to. You can wait till Sunday, but I won't be able to give you any feedback if you wait till Sunday. If you do it by Thursday, I will give you feedback, and that way you can see where you went wrong. I'll give you all the answers to the problems, and then you can be equipped and ready to take the quiz, or when we get to the exam, to take the exam. So the idea here is that you would complete the check-in assignment, allow me to grade it by Thursday, Friday, turn it in Thursday, I'll grade it Friday, Saturday, and then you'll have it in time to review before your quiz. And that's kind of how it works. And by the way, a lot of your quiz problems are also fill-in problems. They're not multiple choice, which means I need to grade them. So I typically check every day for any quizzes that have been submitted, and I usually grade them right away, and I'll give you the answers to the quiz problems as well. And then you can retake the quiz up to 3 times each week. So that's pretty much it for this class, and I'll be doing a video every week, so you'll get new information, more clarity on some of these things each week. But that's it for week number 1. I'm excited to have you in my class. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this class. And if you struggle with math, you might struggle a little bit, but if you just watch the videos I've provided and go through the study pages, you will do well. So have a great week. First week, everybody. You'll see me again on video next week. Please don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any questions or issues, meet me during my office hours, and I will be happy